Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing part 2 of the Mass Make number 6 Rusty Brads and Rusty Gears results. This is the results video. So this is what we got out of the salt and vinegar technique in the bottle when we had them in here. This is what we got. Lovely. This is gesso. Some of these in this tray are gesso after the aging. And some of these on the actual tray are gesso too. So you can see the difference before and after. Very happy with the results. I've got plenty to work with here. And really very pleased, even though it took me a little bit longer than I originally expected. It was worth the wait. It was worth the extra couple days of turning this and doing that thing, because I did end up having to go do another job before I was able to get to back to this work. So forgive me for that, for the delay. I'm juggling a few jobs here, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm very happy to have them. And it's just finding the time to do the videos. I'm not going to be on any set schedule until I figure out the schedules of my other jobs. And then I will do these in between times when I can. Okay? So this is the before, and this is the before, which I kept just regular. I'm going to use these as is, not doing anything to these except adding them into the artwork. Kept a handful of these to show the before and then the after. And then, as you know, the first thing I started with was the brads, which I have a few left, in here. I kept just in the jar. And then these I've gone and placed on cards. And I've polished them up and gessoed them, polished them again, and then inked them. And these were coming out so beautifully. Like this one, I think this one's one of my favorites. So beautiful, I thought, why not try it in blue? So we tried it in blue, and look at that. Isn't that just spectacular? I know, right? So I'm going to be doing this again in the future. Might try something totally different, like why not mowed lawn, or even pink Victorian. I don't have many colors to choose from. I only have a handful right now, but I'm thankful to have those, and I will be working from that color palette, which is mostly greens and browns. There's the Victorian Velvet. It's kind of a light pink. These are the colors I have. This is Mowed Lawn, Broken China, and Ground Espresso, Chipped Sapphire, Vintage Photo, and of course our lovely Forest Moss, Oxide, and ink. And we have the refills to re-ink the pads of Ground Espresso and Vintage Photo. I'm just starting out. These are very expensive, so I'm pacing myself with the colors I know I'll be using. I'm really drawn to earth tones, so that is why I have decided to focus on earth tones. These will be, mostly my journals are going to be nature, earth-based, steampunk, so I've got the colors I need, and I really don't need for much more. There are a few other colors I do want to get in the future, but not until I make some sales. I have made my first sale. I'm really excited about that. We'll see how that turns out. I'm nervous too. But hey, we all got to start off somewhere. So next we'll be working towards the fodder mix, which I learned from Louisa Heinzel. And that is basically just taking your scrap papers and, throwing them in a big bin and dyeing them and coloring them and throwing goodies in there and making this stuff. So this does make for some nice, interesting material to work with when you're collaging, maybe making a masterboard or whatever you're doing. I like to incorporate little bits and strips on my projects here and about, you know, here and there. So we'll be getting into that next. And then at the very end of all of these, which we're almost getting there, we'll be doing the best of the Mass Make series, which is going to be a lot of fun, because that's just going to be like, wow, look at all this neat stuff I made. Yay! So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for following along with my Mass Make series. It's funny, every time I do another video I get an idea for something else. I love it. It's so great. It's like, oh, I want to do this now. I want to do that. As soon as I got done through, I think the second or third video, I already had an idea for another whole series. So can only go up from here. I really love it. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. I hope that, you know, and if you want to see anything from me as far as Mass Make or just anything at all, just leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think, what you'd like to see, you know, if I'm awful, if I'm great, if I'm doing a terrible job, just let me know. I can take criticism well. I'm humble, and I'm thankful that I can shift into this zone, back into my crafting zone. I was a crafter years ago and an artist, and I put it all down for a long time. I didn't put it down, I just put it aside for a long time, maybe too long. But at least I'm getting back on my horse as far as this goes. So I feel very blessed to be able to do so. Better late than never, you know? And this, I really do feel like this is actually saving me in a weird sort of way. So I thank you for your support, your subscription, and following the channel. There's a lot more exciting stuff to come, so stay tuned and have a great day.